Good evening. So, today I think I want to catch some fish. Based on my research, at this current point in time, as in this current time of day, and this current month, I only have one new fish available to me that I haven't caught yet. And that is an ocean fish. There are a couple other fish. Wait. No, that's not stuff you have right now. No, that's the HRA. What the fuck? HRA, why do you make me think you're Nook and confuse me and think you have more cabin items for me? I'm collecting those. You already know that. That's all in my house. There are like a few different kinds of fish that are now available to me. Oops. Now that it's March. But this is picnic table. Okay. But most of them are available during the day. And I actually have been thinking I should probably hop on during the day a little bit more often, especially because I think that would help better with like better routine. So I'll have to consider that, and maybe I'll be a little bit more consistent with these videos then. But honestly at this point, like I'm totally content. I don't need to play Animal Crossing every single day of the year. Like just playing it when first of all, when I kind of feel like it. This is a personal project after all, so I'm doing this for myself. So I can do what I want with it, is basically what I'm saying. And if I don't want to do it, I shouldn't have to do it. So, play Animal Crossing when I feel like it. And also, hey Bippy, how's it going? Jays, I'm not avoiding you. I know you tend to think that, but I really am not. Need a favor? Actually, Murphy still hasn't returned my sweet Pokemon Pikachu, and I totally need it back. Don't you hate it when someone borrows something of yours but never returns it, swag out? It really steams my broccoli, if you know how I feel. Please help me out. Yeah, I can do that for ya. Alright. Well, we can go find that. Playing when I want to play and when it's convenient for me. When I'm not like too busy to play. I do really want to make sure I hit all of the holidays though, because the holidays in Animal Crossing are just lovely, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and still, even with that, even with saying I want to cut back on, saying I don't want to play every single day, I still want to play it often, Hey Murphy. Hey, it's you, huh? Well, the evening's young, let's rock the night away, laddie, warhar. So then, laddie, why are you here? I'm picking up. Actually, Jay, Maddie took the Pokemon Pikachu from me just the other day. I've never seen anyone so desperate to have some, and with all that begging, I just couldn't say no. Sorry to pass the buck here, but you're gonna have to go get it from Maddie. Sorry, laddie. Alright, I'll go find Maddie. I still really want to play, as often as possible. I'm not going to use it as an excuse to, go weeks at a time without playing. I want to, I still want to hit my goal of, hopefully at least 300 days by the end of the year. But I'm not going to pressure myself into trying to accomplish anything that just isn't going to work for me or anything like that. But I'm still going to try, but I won't kill myself trying to do it, So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I don't, I don't think I'll just stop playing, but yeah, I guess that's just how it is. So, as far as sound design stuff with Mark Brown goes, that I don't know if I mentioned this before, but that can't officially start until the 24th, because he's actually presenting at GDC this year, which is exciting. I don't think he's ever presented at GDC before, but I love watching GDC talks, and so provided his talk gets uploaded to the GDC YouTube channel, I'm definitely gonna watch that. I actually don't know if GDC uploads every single talk or not, or like presentation. So I'm not sure if it's gonna get uploaded or not, but I sure hope it does. Because, I mean, that would just be nice. And I would very much like to see it. So that's exciting, but yeah, I'm pretty much just waiting for the 24th to, like, get going on that stuff. I kind of feel like, cause I could continue working on more sounds in the meantime and just, you know, like get some of that work done in advance, because he has been posting, you know, more gameplay videos and stuff that I could go from for, you know, like seeing what needs sounds and stuff, and basically just do the same thing I did with the other video that he saw and apparently liked enough to want to hire me, where, you know, I just make the sounds and I line them up in the video and see if they work or not. But at the same time, it feels like not the correct thing to do, I guess. Like I don't think it would. I think if it were to cause a problem, the only problem that, you know, it would be like, for whatever reason, he just decides not to hire me, or something doesn't work out and he's not able to, or I'm not able to, or something, and so all that work goes to waste. And like, I wouldn't be very bummed about that in that case. I mean, I find sound design fun, and it would be really great practice too. Like, that was the entire point of doing the first video too. So either way, I'd be getting in good practice, and I'd just be having fun doing it. But still, like, even though I understand in my mind, like, that's not a problem personally for me, it just seems weird to, like, to have made a bunch of stuff in advance and then sign a contract saying I'll make the stuff or something. But at the same time, like, I've technically already done that with all the sounds I made for the practice video. And clearly he's going to want at least some of that carried over because he liked it enough he wanted to hire me. So I really don't know. I mean, I don't know. Hey, Gulliver. I was attacked. It was gigantic a really big shark. At least I think it was. It was really dark. Heck, for all I know, it could have been a hunk of driftwood. Alright. Whoa, where in the... How did I get here? My boat, my crew, where have they all gone? Oh, yeah, I was mopping the poop deck when I fell overboard. It gets so slippery. Wait, that means you must have rescued me, you kindly child, you benevolent beachcomber. I owe you my life. By way of saying thanks, I think I'll tell you this great joke I heard overseas. Let's see, how did it go? Oh, yeah. So there's a duck, a husky, and a cougar, and the duck says to the husky... Wait a minute, how old are you again? Maybe I shouldn't tell you that particular joke. Why aren't you laughing? Oh, that's right, I never finished the joke. Well, since I can't tell you my joke, how about I just give you this instead? I bartered this off a seedy-looking merchant when I was visiting a far-off port town. You won't find another like it anywhere, at least I don't think you will. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. You know, I'm just a rolling stone, never knowing where I'm going. Wait a sec. Maybe that's why I don't swim so well. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is, the guys, my shipmates, they think that maybe if they tie me to the mast, I won't fall off the boat so much. Yeah, hopefully. But, hasn't seemed to work so far. Good luck with that, though. I don't know if I don't think I checked, that's not what I wanted. I don't think I checked either of these rocks yet. So let me check these. Yeah, I don't know. It just... My gut tells me don't start doing work until the contract has been signed and everything is set in stone. So that's what I'm gonna do, even though I, like, could get ahead. So what I'm gonna do instead is just focus on Gorecore for now. And, getting the track finished for that I'm working on right now, and maybe doing another track before, work starts for... the game doesn't have a name yet. Mark Brown's game. The project name, the like working name for the project, I forgot to ever look for Maddie. The working name for the project is just Wordy, because it's like a word game thing. And again, I won't go into a huge amount of detail because it's like technically not announced right now, but again, not a huge deal. But still, just to, you know, respect what he's got going on, I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail. Chinese Lioness, I already have that one, right? That's the one I already have. Well, let me check on that. Yeah, so just continuing to work on Gorecore stuff until work for Word Game, or Wordy, is the code name, fully starts up. And I think even once I start working on Wordy, I'll still probably have time to work on Gorecore on the side as well. I'll probably just tell him, like, hey, like, productivity from me is probably going to go down a bit just because I'm being commissioned to work on this other project right now. But once it's done, I'll be, like, fully ready to go again, so don't worry about it. But I think I'll still be able to, like, get some stuff done while I'm working on Wordy. I mean, the whole video that I made was, like... I don't know how many sounds, like, maybe 8 or 9 different unique sounds. And making those 8 or 9 different sounds took like 4 or 5 hours, something like that. And so I imagine the game in total might necessitate maybe I don't know. It's hard to predict. I've only done real sound design for one other project before, and that was the Game Jam project. And that was I hadn't fully filled that out, you know, because I just didn't have time to for the Game Jam. So like it didn't have button sounds and like certain stuff like that. Yeah, this is exactly the same. So I can sell this. But it was mostly filled out. I could have put some more unique sounds in there than I did. Meaning I reused sounds in some places where I could have made a unique sound for it or something. And so that game, I think, was like 20 or 30 different unique sounds. So and Mark Brown's game is not like incredibly complicated, you know what I mean? And so what am I trying to say here? I'm getting so distracted. And so like, sure, I will be doing sound design for everything I possibly can in the game to make sure it's, I didn't want to sell anything else, to make sure it's fully filled out. Actually, I do want to sell this shirt that Pippi gave me. I don't really want it, honestly. I will be like filling the game with sound from top to bottom, unlike what I did with the Game Jam game, but I don't imagine it's going to require many more unique sounds than what the Game Jam game did. So I would predict probably, like, at max, between 40 and 50 unique sounds for Wordy. And if I continued to work at the pace that, you know, I did with the practice video. Melon, wait, this is the plaid thing. I want to sell that too, actually. I really don't need that. If I continue to work at the same pace, then I could easily knock out 40 or 50 sounds in a week. Provided I don't get, like, any sort of creative block on, like, how to do something specific, or, excuse me, or I don't get, like, really stuck up on something, you know? And then, of course, there will be some sounds I make that, you know, Mark Brown just won't be totally happy with for one reason or another, and so might require, like, a few iterations, which is just a natural part of the creative, like, audio process, you know? It happens, I'm already used to that, you know, doing music and stuff, so that's, like, not that that's a problem, but that's definitely something that's going to happen and will take up more time as well. And that's something you can't really predict, but if my estimation of, like, maybe 40 or 50 sounds in total is accurate, then I can, and, like, my speed stays the same, then I can definitely knock that out in less than a week, and then maybe, like, use the remainder, like, the remaining time to, you know, do all that iteration and stuff that will be ultimately necessary. Where is Maddie's house again? It's, I think it's down here. Just make sure she's not home. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. She's not home. Okay. I'm sure we'll find her somewhere at some point. But yeah, I'm very excited to work on this, all the sound design for Wordy. I'm very excited to work with Mark Brown, who is a person that I've been a fan of for many years. Of course, they say never meet your heroes. I'm not expecting him to be, like, you know, perfect, amazing person, or whatever, I guess. I just think it'll be really cool to be able to contribute to the project. This is something I've already caught, right? Red snapper. I'll have to double check on that, see if I can't donate that to the museum. It'll be cool to be able to contribute to a project, you know, from someone who I've been following for so long. Either way, like, even if I, like, whether I think I come out of it thinking they're, not that I think, what am I even, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but, like, not that I think I'm gonna think he's a bad person after talking to him. I'm sure it'll be totally chill, but, like, I think our relationship is going to be kept completely professional, and I would prefer it that way. I don't want to be, like, friends with him. Although, you know, connections are obviously good to have. So it'd be nice if, you know, that could be, like, something that could create opportunities in the future, but even that I think is still professional, you know, in a way. And so like, I think it's gonna be basically what I'm saying is I think it's gonna be all business. And that's totally fine with me, because just being able to contribute to a project made by someone who I've been following for a very long time is very cool in and of itself. So I'm very excited. Even if it's just like all just business, I just think that's still a very cool thing to be able to do. So yeah, that's, I'm just rambling at this point. I don't really know what to... Oh, you know what I do want to talk about? The fucking, Silent Hill F got a new trailer today, and that shit looks fucking gorgeous. Like, oh my god. Goddamn, dude. I'm very cautiously optimistic about that game. Kind of like how I was for the Silent Hill 2 remake by Bloober. But I was very pleasantly surprised by the Silent Hill 2 remake. I still haven't finished it. I still need to finish it. I have a really hard time finishing games these days because I just have a hard time kind of playing games these days because I'm just constantly working on shit, which I guess is paying off, so that's cool, but being able to play games that I love and having time for that would also be great. But yeah, I'm very cautiously optimistic for it. Apparently, it's being made by Silent Hill F, that is being made by the guy who made Higurashi When They Cry, which is... all I know about it is it's a visual novel, and it might have some, like, creepy stuff that happens in it, which would make sense, because he's now making the next Silent Hill game. It wouldn't really make a lot of sense to just hire some random visual novel guy to do the next Silent Hill, but if that visual novel is actually some, like, secret insane horror thing, that would make a lot more sense. So that's what I assume it is, at least. The only real exposure I've had to it was a friend of mine who I guess knows more about it than I do. When I was hanging out at his house with a bunch of our other friends one night, and out of nowhere he just bought it, downloaded it, and then put it on, and we all started playing it without any context as to what it was, and he was the only person in the room who knew what it was. We didn't get that far in it, like, nothing had actually started happening, you know, by the time we'd stopped playing, but I got the feeling something was weird, and he never gave us any context to what was going on in it, and that was honestly probably the best way he could have represented the game to us, because now I am completely intrigued. And oh wait, it's 10. Ah shit, Nooks is closing. Whatever. Hopefully we can get this fish. Now I'm really intrigued about the game, and I would love to play it at some point if I have time. I have so many games on my list, dude. I've reached a point recently where there were a lot of like Jacob Geller specifically was a channel that I had a really hard time with for a while, because I love his videos so much, and he has like the exact same taste in games as me, and that's a problem because his job is to play games, and so he has way more time to play all these sick as fuck games than I do. And anytime he talks about any game that I know nothing about, which is most of the time because he plays so many games, and he like talks about it in a favorable light, I know it's a game I'm gonna like because he has the exact same taste in games as I do. And so I'm like, well, I don't want to get spoiled for this game that I know I'm gonna like, so I'm just not gonna watch this video until after I play the game. But I haven't been able to watch like 80% of his videos because of that, and I don't have the time to catch up. So I recently decided I just had to bite the bullet and just stop caring about spoilers for certain games, because I just don't have the time to play a lot of games anymore. And I really love Jacob Geller's videos, and they are they're deeply inspiring to me in a lot of ways. And so I was done depriving myself of that, you know what I mean? I think that was the right choice, especially because, like, I already have enough games in my Steam library that I have not played, and I don't need to find more games that I will purchase and then will just leave rotting in my Steam library. I can be content just having been spoiled about the game by a video that I think is really, really good, and then no longer having, you know, any desire to play it, whether that be because the game has been spoiled for me or because I just don't have time for it, or a combination of both, or whatever. So, yeah, Jacob Geller is a really good YouTuber. You should go check him out if you haven't heard of him before. He knows what he's doing. That's what I've been looking for. I'm gonna go donate this, and then I'm gonna call it quits, because I don't know where Maddie is. I'll probably find her tomorrow or something. Hey, Blathers. I really like that the museum has stained glass in it. I don't think I noticed that before. Is that common for museums? I don't think it is. Take this barred knife jaw. Hoo, indeed, woohoo, a barred knife jaw, I believe. Hoo, I say, just look at this magnificent creature, truly a king among edible aquatic beasts of the world. Tuna, scallops, oysters, lobsters, salmon, halibut, crabs, barnacles. Well, maybe not barnacles. One would have to be in dire straits indeed to consume a few of those jagged beasties. Now then, what say we set this chap up in his new home, eh what? You have our deepest, most profound gratitude. Cool. I think I've donated this red snapper before, but I just want to double check here. Give me the news. Yep, I already have. Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thanks. All right. Cool. Well, let's go see if we can find this barred knife jaw in here. Where is it at? I still don't know what goes in here. Is this like for the eels and shit? I don't know. Where is the barred knife jaw? Is it all the way at the back here? Yeah, there it is. Hey, look at that little buddy. Alright. Well, cool. Yeah, I think it's about time to wrap it up here. I don't really have much to ramble about anymore. I was talking about Higurashi When They Cry, and then Silent Hill F before that, but I got distracted rambling about Jacob Geller. Yeah, I guess just, I'm cautiously optimistic for Silent Hill F. I guess you could say I have high hopes for it, with the caveat that I really don't see it as a Silent Hill game, because I remember one time I heard someone describe Silent Hill as a Japanese take on American horror, and that just really clicked for me as to what the series was, and it made a lot of sense to me. And Silent Hill F is just, I mean, it's just Japanese horror. It isn't a Japanese take on American horror. It's just Japanese horror. It literally takes place in Japan, unlike the rest of the Silent Hill games, which take place in America. But also, I did see, I was talking about this with some people in a Discord server I'm in, and one person did say, which I thought was funny, how like the last few original Silent Hill games have just completely forgotten what Silent Hill was. Even being like they're still the kind of, like, they are Japanese games, but they take place in America, and they're like more American horror and stuff. But past that, the creators clearly just did not understand anything about like what the rest of the series was trying to do, and trying to do similar stuff. And so he said, well, because of that, I mean, this won't even seem out of place at all. And I was like, I really can't argue with you there. You're so right. So yeah, I guess that's my take on Silent Hill F. The trailer is gorgeous. I am cautiously optimistic, so we'll just have to see. But I will talk to you another day.